guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And Liverpool are very confident to sign Milos Kerkez, and the signing could be completed by the end of May or early June, because Liverpool are progressing well with Milos Kerkez's representatives, and Paul Joyce and other journalists are confirming this. But the major one is Ian Doyle, who is the chief Liverpool FC writer at the Liverpool Echo. He has connections to Liverpool Football Club. He's saying that Liverpool are very confident to sign Milos Kerkez, and Liverpool are the favourites to sign him. And the 21-year-old left back is one of the most exciting young players in the Premier League, and he's Hungarian just like me. So you can guess how happy I am about this potential transfer. So Ian Doyle, the headline is Liverpool are ready for a major summer overhaul as 4 transfers start to emerge. One of them could be Milos Kerkez, but we are also looking at Dean Huijsen, we are looking at Jeremy Frimpong, and potentially a striker, maybe a defensive midfielder as well. And Ian Doyle is saying Liverpool are expected to be busy in the transfer window this summer, and the Liverpool defense will look different a little bit next season. Left back has long been a priority for a refresh. Andy Robertson is 31 years old. Tsimikas only made 34 league starts in 5 seasons. That's a normal season for a player like Robertson, and Tsimikas has started that amount of league games in 5 seasons. And Liverpool are strong favourites, according to Ian Doyle, to sign Milos Kerkez, and he is expected to cost a minimum of 40 million. But if it doesn't go above 45 million, I think I'm fine with that transfer fee. Maybe 50 million would be a little bit too much or too high for my liking. But you know, Liverpool have money, so I'm not too bothered about the transfer fee. It's much more important that Liverpool sign the right players who will be long-term successes at Liverpool. And Richard Hughes knows Milos Kerkez well. It's well documented that he was the sporting director at Bournemouth when Kerkez was signed by Richard Hughes and brought to the club. And Bournemouth are really fighting to finish in a European place. What a season they are having. And Trent Alexander-Arnold's exit has also left Liverpool with a big decision to make when it comes to a right back. I covered that extensively in yesterday's video, so make sure to watch that, because Liverpool are also close to signing Jeremy Frimpong. He's emerged as the key #1 transfer target for Liverpool when it comes to a right back. And of course, the need for recognized competition at right back could compel Liverpool to recruit, because the other alternatives, Kwanzaa, Curtis Jones or Joe Gomez, they would be out of position playing at right back. And with the amount of injuries that Conor Bradley suffered already, it's less than ideal if Liverpool don't have another right back next season. And Jeremy Frimpong, of course, Liverpool are very interested in him. He only has a £30 million release clause. As I said, if you want more on Frimpong, make sure to watch yesterday's video. And by the way, let me know your score prediction for the Liverpool-Arsenal game in the comments, and leave a like on this video if you enjoy this. According to Callum O'Neill, another journalist, Liverpool are confident that they can get the deal done to sign Milos Kerkez. That's what he's exclusively reporting, because Liverpool sources have told Football Insider that Liverpool are increasingly confident to make Milos Kerkez potentially even the first summer transfer for Liverpool. Senior correspondent Pete O'Rourke revealed that Arne Slot's top target is Milos Kerkez ahead of the transfer window. Liverpool have been keeping a close eye on his performances for Bournemouth this season, and they believe that Kerkez is the best available option in his position. And I agree, I can't think of a left back who would be a better option for Liverpool. He's also young, Premier League proven, very exciting. He can dribble, he can pass, he's fast, his work rate is relentless, it's epic. What a player Milos Kerkez is. And of course, yes, he's a very attacking left back, but I will leave that to Arne Slot to sort out the tactics. It will be very exciting for Liverpool if Milos Kerkez signs, in my opinion. And another chief scout, Mick Brown, said that Liverpool will meet the asking price of Bournemouth for Kerkez, which is £40 million. Work has begun behind the scenes, given their long-term interest in Milos Kerkez, who is of course believed to be keen and open to the move. He wants to go to a bigger club. And Liverpool have already started talks as early as January. So we have done a lot of groundwork. Even in March, it was revealed that Liverpool's move for Kerkez is progressing well. And Dominic Szoboszlai has played a key role in talks because they are very good friends, and Dominic Szoboszlai would definitely talk to Kerkez. It doesn't need a lot of convincing. I mean, when you say Liverpool want to sign you, I don't think you will say no unless Real Madrid or Barcelona also want to sign you. Because yes, Kerkez loves the Spanish league, but right now I don't think Real Madrid would want Milos Kerkez, and Liverpool are the favorites to sign him. Kerkez has started all the Premier League games for Bournemouth so far this season, completing 90 minutes in every game since November. His presence has been key to Bournemouth's progress. They currently occupy the Europa Conference League qualifying spot. So Mick Brown has said even in February that Bournemouth of course want to keep their best players, but Liverpool's interest comes of course after doubts about Andy Robertson, and his performances have left Liverpool questioning whether they should stick with Andy Robertson or bring in a new left back. I think that's now decided and settled that Liverpool will bring a new left back in, and Tsimikas will be sold most likely. Robertson will still be an important player for Liverpool, but signing a younger option will be necessary to plan for the future. Amos Murphy is reporting that Liverpool could offer Bournemouth 4 different players in a potential player plus cash transfer swap deal for Milos Kerkez. So Liverpool could get creative with their offer. I don't think we necessarily will, but we will test the waters if you like. We will offer Bournemouth players like Ben Doak, Joe Gomez, Jarrell Kwanzaa, maybe even Kevin Kelleher. If they are interested in any of them, of course if the valuation is right, then Liverpool might be open to selling or getting rid of any of these players. Express Sport news outlet is reporting that Liverpool could be offering players who they wouldn't mind selling in the summer transfer window to Bournemouth, and they could be involved in the deal. Andy Robertson, I don't think we would offer Robertson in exchange for Milos Kerkez, but if they value Robertson at like 30 million, maybe that could be a scenario as well. Robertson only has 1 year left on his contract. I would keep him around just for his experience. I would rather offer Tsimikas in exchange for Kerkez, because Tsimikas is a Premier League proven player. Then Bournemouth could play Tsimikas with the other young left back, and they wouldn't necessarily need to look on the market for a new left back. Joe Gomez, of course, he's definitely a player that Bournemouth would be interested in, and he's of course among the several Liverpool players that are linked with an exit. Jarrell Kwanzaa, he has been linked with Newcastle. I wouldn't necessarily want to sell him. I think Jarrell Kwanzaa is still a big talent that is developing, and it's better to keep him around or rather loan him out to a club like Bournemouth, a mid-table club where he could play regular playing time. He could also be a perfect Dean Huijsen replacement, potentially. So if Dean Huijsen comes from Bournemouth, then maybe I could offer, I can see a way where Liverpool decide to offer Jarrell Kwanzaa in return. But that's the problem with that, is you don't know how good of a player Jarrell Kwanzaa will become in the next few years. Ben Doak is definitely a player that with the right offer, Liverpool are open to selling him. I'm not sure he will ever make it at the top Premier League level. So if you can get 20-30 million pounds for him right now, that's a great bit of business from Liverpool. Of course, he's tipped for big things throughout his career. He's still very, very young. Probably another loan move would be my favorite choice. Of course, he has had a good loan spell at Middlesbrough before he got injured. The next logical step would be a spell in the Premier League, either on loan or if a club offers 25-30 million for Ben Doak, I think he will be sold, because that's just too good of an offer to turn down. David Ornstein is also reporting that a world-class star is most likely to join Liverpool, and that's Milos Kerkez. I wouldn't call him world-class just yet. That is Andy Robertson in his prime. Milos Kerkez is not there yet, but he's a very, very good player. And David Ornstein said Milos Kerkez is looking the most likely left-back target for Liverpool, and left-back is a priority signing according to David Ornstein. And he said that Milos Kerkez is a player that Liverpool really appreciate. He has flourished under the management of Andoni Iraola, and his form across the season has attracted a number of potential suitors. And Milos Kerkez has 2 goals and 6 assists in all competitions this season, and he possesses exceptional technical ability, but he's also a monster physically. Regardless of how many minutes have elapsed in a game, Kerkez is always bombing up and down the left-hand side for Bournemouth, and he has been a crucial cog in their attacking and defensive play. Such is his form that Kerkez has been dubbed world class on social media. Ornstein said, "We have gone through the striker situation in previous week, and I don't have any fresh updates on that. Alongside that, as a priority is left back for Liverpool. Kerkez is looking the most likely target for Liverpool, and naturally Liverpool will have other options, of course, as well. What they do there may influence the thinking on right back. This position isn't as high a focus because of Bradley and because of still having Joe Gomez around. The long-serving Andy Robertson has been first choice for Liverpool for years, but in Kerkez, Liverpool would be signing a player that is not only brilliant now, but he could be brilliant and be even better and grow into a world-class player for years to come, as Arne Slot hopes to win more titles and trophies at Liverpool. So that's also very, very good. And Jamie Carragher called Milos Kerkez really aggressive, and another news outlet is reporting Milos Kerkez is likely to join Liverpool, and this is just another report which quotes David Ornstein. Milos Kerkez is equally impressive in attacking situations as he is in the defensive aspect of the game, and Liverpool would have decided to focus on the left back position even though Trent is on his way out. The presence of Conor Bradley and Joe Gomez in the squad has made Liverpool confident about their right backs, but for the left back position they need to add more competition to the squad. And Jamie Carragher highlighted Kerkez's impressive adaptation to the Premier League. He said, "Kerkez has been a revelation at Bournemouth. He's aggressive, he has got pace. Even when you look at him, he looks like a fullback, really aggressive, bombing up and down the left side." And Jamie Carragher even said that Liverpool should sign Milos Kerkez, and Andoni Iraola is wary of having a too big of a rebuild at Bournemouth ahead of the summer transfer window. But of course it depends where Bournemouth finish at the end of the season, with Brentford winning today and Bournemouth at the moment, at the time of recording, I'm recording this on Saturday evening, Bournemouth are losing 1-0 against Aston Villa at halftime. So Bournemouth might not make European football because they are in a dogfight with Brentford and Brighton and other clubs. But even without European football, with European football, Bournemouth are likely to lose a lot of their, quite a few of their star players, because they can't afford to pay the wages that Liverpool would pay Milos Kerkez, and they also can't offer Champions League football. So it's going to be very, very interesting what Bournemouth do in the summer transfer window. But I think Dean Huijsen and Milos Kerkez are very likely to leave at the end of the season. And David Ornstein also said this about Liverpool's really big transfer window coming up. He said when he was asked how much money does he expect Liverpool to be able to spend, and he said, how long is a piece of string? There is of course money available at Liverpool this summer, David Ornstein said, largely because of the prudence shown a year ago. But I think we should avoid from praises like war chest, because Liverpool have never spent crazily. As always, I suspect the priority will be quality rather than the size of the transfer fees. Don't forget the extensions of Van Dijk and Salah. They come at a significant cost, and there may be others to follow, like Konate if an agreement can be reached. There is a lot to do, in and out, and Liverpool's finances are in decent shape, but the focus will inevitably be to trade intelligently as opposed to lavishly. And yes, Liverpool will sign the right kind of players for the right price, We won't go overboard. That's why it's very unlikely that Liverpool would spend 130 million on Alexander Isak. Instead, Liverpool will try to sign the next Alexander Isak, which could be, of course, another like genius transfer move. But I don't think Liverpool will spend 130 million on one player. Rather, we will do what we did with the midfield. We would spend 60 million on Szoboszlai, 35 million on McAllister, another 35 million on Gravenberch, like 15-20 million on Endo. And you sign 4 players who are like, maybe around 130-140 million, but you revamped your whole midfield with that amount. Signing Caicedo for 120 million wouldn't have been a better option for Liverpool. As good of a player as Caicedo is, he's not better than Szoboszlai, Gravenberch and McAllister combined. That midfield won Liverpool the title. I can't stress this enough, how amazing of an achievement that is, on a budget as well, because Liverpool haven't spent a lot of money, especially last summer. And to win the league title in your first season, Arne Slot instantly became a Liverpool legend, in my humble opinion. But let me know what is your humble opinion in the comments. I always love hearing from you guys. And thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.